You're watching the business news, and this is Paloma Quadras bringing you the top headlines of the week. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share with your friends. Tata Consultancy Services is the second firm in India after Reliance Industries to cross 10 trillion rupees market capitalization. Tata Consultancy Services valuation is now at its highest level in 15 years. The software major TCS on Monday became the first company after Reliance Industries in India to cross the market capitalization of rupees 10 trillion. At Monday's close, the IT major was at a price-to-earnings multiple of 32.6 times, the highest since March 2005, when it was valued at around 35 times its earnings. TCS has become the world's second-largest IT services firm in terms of market capitalization, a notch below Accenture and ahead of IBM. The IT services and consulting company is currently valued at $139 billion on the bourses, against Accenture's current market capitalization of $142 billion and IBM's $108 billion. Central government considers selling 25% stake in LIC to plug a widening budget gap. India is planning to seek cabinet's approval to sell 25% stake in the nation's largest life insurer as Prime Minister Narendra Modi seeks resources to plug a widening budget gap. A stake sale in LIC through a public offering of shares will help the government bolster its finances due to stalled growth. A ministerial panel set up for asset sales will decide on the size of the public offering, while the cabinet will consider changes to capital structure of the insurer, sources not willing to be named have said. Taking the insurer public will help instill discipline and unlock value, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman had said in her budget speech in February, without providing details or the timeline for the sale. India must end tax terror spooking foreign investors, as per Ritesh Kumar Singh, chief economist of Indonomics Consulting and a former assistant director of the Finance Commission of India. When India's tax department lost a high-stakes international ruling last month over its move to recoup 221 billion rupees, $3 billion in retroactive taxes from the UK-based Vodafone Group, New Delhi signaled that it would fight the ruling. Fearing that the ruling could encourage more arbitration requests by other aggravated foreign investors seeking compensation for adverse regulatory decisions, it is easy to understand why. But not only is the government unlikely to succeed in overturning the ruling, refusing to accept it will further damage India's reputation abroad as a place to do business.
When business is on your mind, you are on our mind. Sarovar Hotels and Resorts.
Paytm for sharp lens on Google. Google and Facebook together take close to 50% of a technology startup's investments and almost control its balance sheets, alleges Paytm founder Vijay Shekhar Sharma. Paytm's founder and other startup founders have been in discussions with the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology over the past week to stop Google's autonomous rule over the country's tech landscape. Sharma also added that Google and Facebook duopoly has been responsible for the lack of investment into digital India. On the 18th of September, Paytm was temporarily removed from the Google Play Store for several hours after Google claimed that Paytm had violated its guidelines around real money gaming for app developers. Brookfield's real estate investment trust's issue may spur investment demand in Indian commercial real estate, say experts. Real estate, as well as institutional investors, are likely to take a positive view on the Brookfield issue, driven by the successful listing of the first two real estate investment trusts, Embassy Office Parks and Mindspace Business Parks, experts have said. Brookfield plans to list the real estate investment trust by the end of the year and filed the draft document last week with SEBI to launch its REIT issue and monetize commercial real estate. This will be the third real estate investment trust IPO to hit the market after Embassy Office Parks, which raised rupees 4,750 crore, and Mindspace Business Parks Real Estate Investment Trust, which raised 4,500 crore in August this year through their issues. Tatas to give wings to crisis-hit AirAsia India invest rupees 300 crore via optionally convertible debentures. Tata Sons will invest money into its low-cost aviation venture AirAsia India to fund the company against the inability of Malaysian airline AirAsia Berhad, the joint venture partner. The funding, which will be through optionally convertible debentures, will allow Tata Sons to convert the debt into equity at a later stage. Tata Sons owns 31% in the joint venture while AirAsia Berhad owns the rest. Japanese tech firm Nippon Telegraph and Telephone (NTT) to invest $2 billion in India data center businesses over the next 4 years. $2 billion is expected from Japanese tech firm NTT after it's announced its plans to expand its data capacity by 30% in India. The investment will go towards expanding its data centers and networks, as well as new solar power projects in India. The plant is aimed at meeting 83% of its electricity needs by the Mumbai data centers and can be expanded to generate a further 50% megawatts in future. NTT operates 10 data centers across 4 major cities with over 1.5 million square feet and over 150 megawatts of power and plans to double its capacity in the next 2 to 3 years. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to share your comments below. Stay safe and see you again next week.